I wish we could both stay in focus. What is up, you guys? It's Illuminux, aka Eric, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So you can probably already tell from this fella right here, but recently the wheel of hyperfixation in my mind has landed on Pleasant Company and American Girl dolls, so that's what this channel is going to be about. I figured since this is primarily going to be a doll collecting channel that I might as well do my doll collection as my first video. I know you're kind of getting spoiled from what you see behind me on my Billy bookcase, but I will go into more detail about each one of them, how I got them, and maybe a little bit of more information about each one. I guess before I get started, I wanted to briefly kind of let you guys know what got me into collecting these and kind of my backstory. So I like to tell people that I've been born with the collector gene, meaning that ever since I could remember, really, I've always been collecting something. So whether it was Pokemon cards or Webkinz, Build-A-Bears, troll dolls, really anything. Honestly, I'll show you guys my whole hobby room that you see. But basically it's all just a collection of things that I've collected over time, and you can kind of get sneak peeks of stuff like these are Calico Critters over there. Well, these are K-pop photo cards, and these are K-pop albums. I actually had a bunch of K-pop albums on these shelves before I put the dolls on them. What else do we have here? You can see some Sunny Angels here, but I have like 100 Sunny Angels on the side over here. But basically, to let you know, I get really hyperfixated on stuff really quickly and it consumes my brain. And just to give you a heads up, I only started collecting 2 months ago, and you can already see that I have more than you should have in 2 months of collecting. I also wanted to give a big shout out to someone that you guys probably watch on YouTube if you're seeing this video right now, but I Dream of Johnny is honestly the sole reason why I'm actually collecting these. I did get this guy before the fact, but I mean, I'll let you know more information as I talk about the dolls, but he's definitely been a big impact on my collection journey so far. I'll probably give more details as we go on, and also there will be plenty of videos to come where I can explain everything else in depth, but anyway, without further ado, let's start out with this doll. So as you can see, this is Truly Me number 75, who is the Jess Mold boy doll. And he was my first American Girl doll. So my boyfriend actually got him for me for Christmas of 2020, I believe. I remember seeing that there were American boy dolls for sale, and growing up, I've always wanted an American Girl doll. My little cousin who used to live with me, who I used to play with all the time, had a couple of American Girl dolls, and I always felt like, even though I was collecting things like Webkinz and Build-A-Bears and stuff that maybe people would find girly, I felt like because the name insinuated that it was only for girls, that it wasn't for me, and so I was always too embarrassed to ask my parents for a doll. So I was like, you know what, now there's an Asian boy doll, so I kind of feel represented. Also, I'm old enough and have my own adult money, so truly I can get whatever I want, even though I guess my boyfriend gave me this. But anyway, just the fact that there was a boy doll in general kind of gave me that permission to feel like it was okay for me to have one. I guess I should probably let the camera focus on him, but this is what he looks like. I gave him a middle part. He usually has a side part, but obviously I wanted him, he's my mini-me, so that's why he's that. And he's currently wearing the basic jeans something Girl of Today outfit. I really like the Girl of Today outfits, even though they are like baggier on these smaller frame dolls, but this outfit is just so good. Like, this is my style for sure. And yeah, he just looks so adorable. And his name is Laurie, based off of Timothée Chalamet's character in Little Women, which, fun fact, I actually have never watched or haven't watched yet. But I kind of named him when I saw the movie was coming out, and I'm a big Timothée Chalamet stan, so yeah, I named him. And it's funny, I don't know, do people name their mini-me's anything other than Mini-Me or their own name? Because his name's Laurie, but this is my Mini-Me, technically. Now let's move on to the actual shelf. Alrighty, so here is my next doll. As you can see, it is Kirsten in her full meat outfit. Here she is. She has slight silver eye, but I think she's super cute nonetheless, and factory braids, which is a must. This is the doll that really started my collection up for sure. As I mentioned before, I Dream of Johnny was a big part of why I started collecting again. I got her in November of last year or December. I honestly don't remember. I just know it wasn't that long ago. So if you've seen Johnny's channel, you know that he collects vintage Pleasant Company, and specifically, or I guess primarily, Molly, Samantha, and Kirsten. Ever since I saw Kirsten and honestly saw these braids, I decided that she was my favorite of the three, and I was telling myself that maybe I'll get her and maybe try to complete her collection. But obviously, as you can see, it didn't stop there. One of the big selling points that I had was I'm a really big collector, as I mentioned, and so the thought of collecting things that are hard to get in terms of accessories for someone like Kirsten was really appealing to me, even though it was going to be a costly venture. But I guess another side is, like I mentioned, I have K-pop up here, but as my hobbies or like my hyperfixations die out, a new one kind of takes in the spot. So I was already going to be spending money on K-pop, which I kind of stopped collecting. So I figured this money, it's not like I'm taking out extra money. It was money that I was going to use on K-pop anyway. I'm rambling way too much, but Kirsten's my favorite of the OG3. She has a Pleasant Company neck stamp. She's from the late 90s, I believe. I don't know, I have a couple outfits for her, but really hope to complete her collection at some point. It's my favorite historical for sure. So the next doll I got was Girl of Today, number 3. Which is so funny because this is literally the Kirsten twin doll. So the fact that I got them back to back when there's so many other dolls to choose from is really funny. But she actually came with, I don't know if you can see here, I have the Girl of Today bunk bed. I got that for $50 with everything and also her in her meat outfit, which this is the urban meat outfit, but it was like the colorful one with the yellow felt jacket. So yeah, I got her and that bunk bed for $50. So I was like, I'll just sell it all, but then of course I became attached to her even though she looks like Kirsten, or maybe because she looks like Kirsten. And a fun fact is that I actually just re-wigged her before this video. I actually had to find a donor doll. It was the blonde with brown eyes. I don't know what number she was, but she was also a Pleasant Company doll. And yeah, I just did a wig swap because her wig was thin. It was thin. So yeah, this is her. And her name is Blythe. I don't know how I forgot to mention this, but she was the first doll I sent to the hospital. I actually restrung her, restuffed her, all that stuff. I had a phase where she was bald before literally a few hours ago, where I was gonna send her in to get a replacement head, and I thought maybe they'd have some Girl of Today 3 heads with pie bangs laying around, but they didn't. And I thought maybe they would replace her with number 50 something, or I forget what number, but the one that just has the revised bangs. But they didn't. They just sent her back like this and gave me a refund. So that's fine because I started getting really sentimental and upset that I brought her to the hospital to get lost in a trash basically. But now she's back and she's perfect with this new wig. All right, and the next doll I'll show you guys is my Samantha. As I mentioned before, Kirsten's my favorite doll and I was gonna really focus on just having her full collection and not getting into the other historical dolls basically. But of course, I started browsing Mercari and found this girl for, I think, $89. And she was dreamer-eyed, so I thought that was fun. Oh, let me show you. I don't know, she just looked really unique, and her hair was really good, and I think I honestly ruined it. But I do have intentions of recurling it, because I have, like, the rollers that she had. But yeah, she came with basically everything, and the accessories behind, so her hat and her... she has this thing and the little clutch coin purse. But yeah, I super love her. I think she's my boyfriend's favorite. And yeah, she's just so cute. And if you can't tell, Samantha was the downfall for the rest of it. Because if I have Kirsten and I have Samantha, of course I need dun 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 Molly. But since I'm going in chronological order, it actually is Claudie who came next. So my boyfriend and I took our friend a couple years back to the American Girl store for her birthday just to get a doll. And I remember being so obsessed with this face mold. It is the cutest ever. And so for Christmas, since obviously I was into American Girl dolls, I asked my boyfriend to buy me a doll, either Claudie or another boy doll. And he ended up giving me Claudie, which I'm super happy about. I love that green outfit. I actually have it. It's just not on her right now, but that green winter outfit is like one of my favorite American Girl outfits of all time. I think she's super cute. Her hair is perfect. And I just actually opened her accessory set. So she has her hat back there behind my chair. I like that I'm bringing some of them with their accessories, whatever's basically hanging on to them. If it doesn't fall off, you're gonna see it zoomed up. Also, if you're still watching this video, and hopefully it's not too long after I edit it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It feels so weird to say, but I'm definitely looking forward to making more videos for you guys, so let me know what you want to see. I already have a ton of things planned. Like, I just got my Felicity in the mail, so I need to unbox that. I have a few things, well, a lot of things from the end of the year sale, including 2 dolls that I want to unbox for you guys. So again, hit subscribe, like, comment, do all that YouTube stuff if you're enjoying this so far. Okay, and now back to Molly. I actually found Molly. She is what I like to call them Frankensteins, when I take 2 dolls and kind of mix and match certain aspects of them. So I found this super cute Molly that was older. I don't remember what year she's from, but I remember her face was just super cute, and it actually is this Molly that you're looking at right now. But she was nude, her hair was horrible, but I think she was only like 30 bucks on Mercari, so I was like, I think I'll take her and I'll find another Molly to kind of Frankenstein with. So I was able to find another Molly with the full meat and perfect like factory braided hair. I guess the ends are dry. But basically I was able to Frankenstein them together, basically just rewigging, and then putting the outfit on, and now I have this beautiful Molly for $60, which is kind of amazing for having all the accessories and stuff. The glare on her glasses though. Here she is up close. Doesn't want to focus, but yeah. I wasn't always the biggest fan of Molly, but honestly, my Molly is the cutest Molly, so I really like her now. So because the boy dolls obviously mean a lot to me, I decided that I wanted to collect the first 4 boy dolls. So I have 75, and I believe this is 74. Don't quote me on that because I always mix up the numbers, but I think it's 74. I have one of the other ones. The Addie Mold one is from the end of the year sale, so I'll unbox that at a later time, and I'm still looking for the Sonali Mold one. But anyway, I was able to find him on eBay for just a little bit less than retail, and he's retired technically, so I was okay with that. Here he is up close, first of all. Don't you guys think that the boy eyebrows are a little too, like, big in proportion? Anyway, I still think he's cute. He has kind of a wonky leg right out of the box. He was new in box too. But he's wearing the cargo and plaid outfit. This is kind of my aesthetic too. I don't really collect the super vibrant unicorn poop glitter rainbow stuff that American Girl doll has, which, I mean, no problem if you like that stuff, but I kind of like the muted stuff like this. So his name is Bird, also known as Joe Bird, and the reason why he is named that is because, so I didn't mention it earlier with Blythe, but I am naming my Truly Me's or Girl of Today's, or just like U's based off of media. So Blythe is actually named after Tom Blythe because I was obsessed with him in the new Hunger Games movie, and Joe Bird is actually the actor who played Riley in Talk to Me, which was one of my favorite movies last year. So yeah, that's where I got that name, and I feel like it just kind of fits him. It's kind of cool, he's kind of edgy. So yeah, this is Joe Bird. And here is the most recent doll in my collection, which is Josefina. Hopefully that can focus. She's so pretty. And I'm also really proud. I did this braid, and I don't know how to braid, so I was pretty impressed with myself. So fun fact about her, when you sign up for I Dream of Johnny's Patreon, you're able to access his Discord server, and in there's a bunch of cool people. Honestly, they have really inspired me to keep collecting as well. And we like to mention to each other whenever we find deals, and someone mentioned that this Josefina was only, I forget how much, but I think I only paid like 48 for her in this full meat and, well, almost full meat. I don't know, she's just really cute, so I had to go and buy her. She was pretty much perfect, but the only issue is that her hair was absolutely frizzed out, and I had to do a lot of crazy things to get her looking like this. This is honestly pretty frizzy and dry at the bottom, but I don't really care. I had to condition it, do hot water boils, and steam it a lot. But honestly, doing all this TLC work, which I guess I kind of briefly mentioned how basically all of these had some type of touch-ups, they really help me bond with the dolls, and I like them a lot more when I have to work on them, and obviously they're much cheaper that way. And I like learning all the new skills of, you know, fixing up a doll. So anyway, this is the Josefina that I have, and I love her so much. So sort of like Samantha, she's one of those dolls that caused me to need to collect more dolls, in the sense that I was just gonna collect Kirsten, but then when I got Samantha, I needed to get Molly. But then when I got Josefina, now I need to get Addie and Felicity, which, you know, I have Felicity on the way, and I'm currently on the lookout for an Addie that I like. Thanks again so much for supporting my first YouTube video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.